Let me be clear about something from the jump. LUCCI is not motivation. LUCCI is not a vibe. This is not content you play in the background while you're distracted by something else. LUCCI is an operating system. And if you treat it like entertainment, you will miss the point. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends and enemies, welcome to LUCCI. This is episode 0.5. This is not an origin story and not a mindset lesson. This episode is a user manual. So here's a problem, right? Most podcasts give you inspiration. Some give you information. And almost none tell you exactly how to apply what you're learning. LUCCI is different from these other podcasts by design. Every episode is meant to change how you see, change how you decide, and change how you execute. So before you go any further, you need to understand what LUCCI is, what LUCCI isn't, and how to actually use it. LUCCI stands for leverage, utility, clarity, control, impact. That's LUCCI, leverage, utility, clarity, control, impact. And that's not branding, that's architecture. LUCCI is built for people that are capable, ambitious, and driven, but feel like they're operating below their potential because they don't have a system holding it all together. This show is about building internal infrastructure, mental infrastructure, decision infrastructure, time and energy infrastructure. Because execution isn't just about energy, it's about structure. Because execution isn't just about energy, it's about structure, it's about systems, it's about strategy. So let's be clear and upfront and get some things out of the way. LUCCI is not hustle porn, it is not fake optimism, and it's not this wake up at 4 a.m. nonsense or motivational speeches with no follow through. Here at LUCCI, you will hear uncomfortable truths, strategic reframes, and also those moments when the mirror is not flattering. And that's intentional because growth does not come from being hyped. It comes from being clear. So listen, LUCCI is not meant to be binged. LUCCI is meant to be applied. This is an application podcast where you put these words to work. One episode at a time, one dominant idea at a time, one shift in perspective at a time. Each episode will have at least one action that you can take immediately. So we're going to build this thing brick by brick, one step at a time, one foot in front of the other. That's how real change happens. And if you don't pause to reflect the messages that I will be sharing with you in these episodes, you'll simply just be consuming and not building. And the intent here is to build. So think of LUCCI like strength training. You don't train every single muscle every single day. You load one area, you recover, and then you progress. That's how this show is designed. So here's a lane that we'll be in. This is what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about mindset, but from a systems angle. We're going to talk about wealth, but not just simply in terms of money. We're going to talk about wealth beyond money. We're going to talk about discipline without pretending that it's easy, because it's not. We're going to talk about leadership without romanticizing it. And we're going to talk about execution, especially execution when the motivation disappears. And every episode will come back to this one question. Does this episode actually help you build a self-made life that can pass a pressure test in reality? Listen, LUCCI is for builders. This is for operators. This is for people who want ownership over their outcomes. If you're looking for comfort, LUCCI is not for you. But if you're looking for clarity, you're in the right place. So listen, episode 0 established what LUCCI is. This episode showed you how to use it. And listen, from here on out, everything gets more specific. It gets more honest and it gets more demanding. That's the fun part. Not because growth requires pressure, but clarity requires responsibility. Hey, when you're ready, let's roll into the next episode, and I'll see you there. Thanks for listening.
Listen, that's it for now, but the work does not stop here. If this gave you something to think about, like, subscribe, and share it with somebody who's building. Follow LUCCI at LUCCI Systems on Instagram, YouTube, and wherever you're listening, so you don't miss the next move. Until next time, remember, execution is the name of the game.